Hello friends, those back pages here. I hope you're well. It's been a couple of weeks now since the National ended, and if you saw my last episode, I was unfortunate enough to redeem the Ultimate Redemption card at the show and caught COVID, and it hit me probably that Monday night, Tuesday afterwards. But, I felt fine during the entire show. But, my voice is still a little hoarse, so I apologize in advance. But finally feeling well enough up to recording this. And I think it's it's time to put the 2022 National to bed with a wrap-up video here, giving my thoughts and all that good stuff, pickups and whatnot. Yeah, so this is pretty much the 1 week a year I look forward to the most, because it's the time of year to get together and see all of my friends, both old and new. Unfortunately, this year, you see there in front of you, I was unable to open the packs on site. And with it being the 10th year of the good in there in the background, I got to thinking, on the way home, on the drive home, I was thinking, well, I not that I forgot, I just didn't have an opportunity to. I could have filmed it by myself, but I can do that now. So I figured maybe that'll bring me a little more luck opening here with you guys on this episode. But before that, let's let's go over my thoughts on the show. It's very crowded. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, very crowded. Saturday crowded. Sunday not so much. It was light foot traffic on Sunday. Obviously a lot of friends had headed back, Saturday morning, throughout the day Saturday at various times. There were still a handful of us there on Sunday. We did enjoy ourselves. Some of the dealers had packed up. There's some political stuff with next year's show. No really need to get into that here. But for me personally, it was a great show. I want to say I saw everything, at least to a minimum. And having had the last couple of weeks to think about it some more, I didn't spend much time in the corporate area. I did hang out with Suze over at CSG. They're handing out samples. They noted it there on the flip that it was from the show. The card is the card is a base card inside. But they were handing these out to have people see how great their slabs are, and they really are. It's like glass. So I was able to grab that one. As I had mentioned, got there Tuesday to Atlantic City, drove down in the morning from here in New York. Didn't want to hit rush hour on the way there, so casual Tuesday. Like I said, I got there around 2, and my friends didn't get in till around 3, so early setup Tuesday. They generally shut down at 4, so we didn't even. They headed over and got our badges, but I didn't even head over. There was really no point. So we went to. Let me get something here. So, we went out and we grabbed a bite to eat. I forgot itty bitty. grabbed a bite to eat. Went to the casino. And I went to the Borgata. So I got this really, really cool poker chip as a memento for being fortunate enough to, on the $5 slots, first machine I put in $5, and actually first play I won $10. So all right, that's great. Unfortunately, I didn't take any video because it just felt weird, like filming inside the casino. I don't know if they frown upon that or not, but it just didn't happen. So I walked around some more, as you'd seen in one of the prior episodes, that, JT, Mike, Baseball Collector, and Andy were playing poker in the poker room, and I don't know how to play poker, so I didn't think it was in my best interest to sit down and try to learn right there on the spot. So that's when I walked around slot machines. I took that $10 voucher, I put in another machine, played twice, lost. That's okay. And my strategy for I had more time to kill walking around, enjoying the scenery, and taking in the atmosphere of a casino. And hey, that machine spoke to me, this machine spoke to me. I played and I lost. It's like, all right, that's enough. And I had to use the restroom, and on the way to the restroom I saw a string of slot machines, and one was what was it, for Tabasco sauce. It's like, oh, that's cool. Let me play this one. Put a $5 bill in. Playing. The machine starts making noise. You won. All right. And it said 50. So, all right, $50. Can't hit cash out quick enough. Well, it wasn't $50. It was 50 credits. And each credit was worth $5, so I won $250. I was like, all right, definitely finished. And that wound up. That was Tuesday night, and that actually wound up being the last time I played. And gave any casino any money, because, as you know, it's easy enough to waste your money on cards. So there's no reason to keep going in the casino, but I figured, between the $10 and the $250, I'd probably spent around $60 total. So I was up. So I did actually buy this chip for $1, just to as a thank you to Borgata, because I don't have to go back there again. I'll always remember that when I see that chip. So then it was time for the show, and walking around Wednesday morning, we went in, and like every year, it's overwhelming to walk in, and just the sheer scope of the entire room is you can't see from one end to the other, pretty much. And that's not something that anyone who's listening to my voice or watching our recap videos can appreciate until you see it yourself. But JT and I had done some deals prior to the National, and I was like, all right, just bring them to me, and then we'll just square up at the show. But first he had a gift for me that I knew about, and it was this, I think they're calling this rose gold, who the heck knows, but it's numbered on the back to 50. And this is from the 2021 Platinum Edition. It's like a rose gold wave. I don't know what color it is, but so I said thank you. Obviously, it was a gift. Then I think I've shown them off in other episodes, but I've picked up a few of the other colors along the way because that's what we do. But he had a couple other things that that I had purchased from him. This Throwback Thursday Vladdy 2019, and this 2006 Bowman Chrome Refractor SGC 95 with outlining pretty much the end of the line until Topps got really lazy. This is pretty much the end. But this is a great looking card. It's not numbered, but it's got great shine. This was, you know, the price of 2 blasters, so can't really complain. So then he had shown me some other stuff that he had with him, and we struck a deal on this PSA 2 64 Aaron number 300. So semi, like, I'm not high number, not low number, but with fantastic centering. So I just had to, it was difficult to pass that up, so I didn't. Can't have enough Hank Aaron's in your collection. Rookie or otherwise. Let's see. So since it was Wednesday morning, or this point, early afternoon, I'm not much of a not, I guess dumpster diver is the word, but you know, you look through people's raw boxes for cards and stuff. So, you know, I had a friend who, oh, I have everything, come on, stop by. So his name's Dan. Great guy. So I see him, he's, hey, how are you? Say hello. I said, all right, Dan, show me the hockey. What, hockey? I have a little bit. I thought you had everything. Yeah, sure enough. But so I found a few cards in his hockey section. I'll just go over them quick. This is the 2011 Aspirations, or die cut, or who the heck knows. It's not numbered, but it's a throwback to the 97. Panini made this. Panini also made this. Elite Sakic, not numbered, but these were about $1 each. Sakic from the 2015 throwback, the McDavid year inserts from SP Authentic that year, so they're not simple, but they're not difficult. And this cool Cam Neely Black Diamond, numbered to 99, fancy schmancy, acetate, shiny, die cut. That's just really cool. This I think was $4. I mean that's the really cool thing about, you know, buying at the show. Hey, $4, $4. You buy that on eBay, it's $4. Another $4 for shipping, tax, waiting, yada yada yada. So did some more walking around, saying hello to friends, and all that good stuff. And I ran into a gentleman that I had met last year. Fantastic gentleman. We spoke for a long time last year, so we obviously spoke for a long time today. And I was like, you know, he has a great Pujols collection. And I was like, do you have any, you know, Topps black stuff? Pujols? No. Any shiny? So he had a box on the side. Like, oh, let me take a look at this box. So 2004 Finest Refractor. I don't even know what this is. SBX. It was shiny, so I picked it up. Die cut. Heritage refractor. Numbered to 268 on the back. I mean, and he had it priced at $8. That, you know, like Mike Mornano always says, you don't really pay sticker price. This was another one from Elite, number 2000 on the back. You know, Dufex from Zenith, the not so popular Rebirth by Panini, but he had $2 on it. Pair of these 2015 Topps Chrome refractors. You know, this is good Z Folio fodder. And again, I think he had $2 each on him. This was just a shiny to go in the Z 89 style. And again, he had $2 on it. This was really cool. This 05 Topps Gold. I think he had $10 on it. These are numbered to 2005 on the back. And I was like, do you have any, you know, shiny Tom Brady's? Not too much. Mainly, you know, Buccaneers. No really Pat stuff. So it's like, all right, well. He says, what I do have you might be interested in is this. And this is the 2005 Topps Black Tom Brady. Now, for some reason, you know, in 03, Topps did Topps Gold and Topps Black for footballs when they started for NFL. Flagship. And they numbered them. And then in 04, they numbered them. In 05, I'm pretty sure they didn't even make Topps Gold in 05, and they didn't number these. You know, he had 50 on it, but I didn't pay anywhere near that. And he said it's really clean, and I won't take it out. But I did take it out, and it is really clean. If this came back a 9, even a 10 maybe, but whatever it is, you know. But this is about as cheap Topps Black. I mean, because the numbering is crazy on these that you're gonna get. So very happy to have this in the collection. You know, I don't really grade much stuff, but I am considering this one just because I can have it slabbed up with the other stuff that I have, the Topps Black. Because, you know me, I've been on that, you know, rarity, that limited numbered kick lately. That really hasn't changed. I've had some stuff come in, you know, during the National, actually, and then post-National. I've had some stuff come in, but I'll talk about that more next time. There's no really need to have that involved tonight. Let's see. A couple other raws I picked out. I did find one of these. I found one dealer a few days afterwards that had, you know, hockey, but broken down by player, but not very much. So this is the League Leaders O-Pee-Chee foil, rainbow foil. This was a whopping $5. And again, it's $5. You're at the show. You're giving the guy cash. You're walking away. There's no waiting. There's none of that stuff. Let's see. Other thoughts on the show. PSA was very. They didn't have a luncheon this year. They called it a cocktail party. Gonna say that was disappointing. Just because there was no one there. There's really no atmosphere. I mean, it was a bunch of tables. They gave you the latest version of the coffee, the table book. They gave you an acrylic stand. You know, one of these, which is nice, but it's okay. The Topps Q&A, more non-answer answers, as Topps always has done at these things. And, you know, they give us free food, they give us free stuff. You know, they enlighten us with our, you know, are able to beef, I guess, get our thoughts out and whatnot. You like to think that somehow it even through osmosis year after year, maybe it'll have some kind of change. I asked about etching. They'll look into it, which they say every year. I had a whole list of about 8 questions that I've kind of gathered over the year or so, and it was it was nice to see that other people were asking questions on my list that I didn't even know. People I didn't know had the same questions. So they asked about 2021 Bowman Heritage. That was my number 2 question, so I didn't get to ask that, but someone else did, and they said it's all in a warehouse storage. Which to which I quickly said out loud, well then throw it in the ocean. And dump it in the river, I think I said one of the dump it in the river. Which, was met with a nice round of applause. And they do a raffle, and they do a bunch of giveaways every year. And this was actually the first year that I was able to, my raffle ticket actually won. So I was able to win this sweet 51 Yogi Berra Redback from the 1951 Topps card game. Something I've never owned before, so very happy to add that to the collection. And then on the way out, the last, however many years now, is they give you an autograph card. The last couple years, it's been 3 different designs, 50 of each, numbered to 50. One player, they didn't do it last year. But in 2019, it was Pete Alonso. They did the 3 different designs. Nice on-card autograph. Well, this year it was 3 different players in the 2001 Topps design, and it was a sticker autograph. So you had Julio Rodriguez, Bobby Witt Jr., and Hunter Green. Well, of course, I got Hunter Green. And there's stickers this year, so boo. But, it is a keepsake from the National. Yeah, unfortunately, I got the crappy player. It is what it is. You can't always win. So, let's see. Some pickups. Lots of pickups. I guess relatively speaking, lots of pickups. I guess, in general, not all that many pickups. But, as I've said before, I'm trying to do quality over quantity. But as I was speaking to some of the best people I've ever met in the hobby, card country, Mike Moynihan, card collector, baseball collector, came up and said, hey, I got something to show you. I know you're going to appreciate it. So, what is it? What is it? Show me. So he showed it to me, and I looked at it. I said, well, where is his table? I didn't even know I didn't even need to know who he bought it from. I knew who he bought it from. So it's like, we excused ourselves, we went over. I said, I need one of those now. This was a card that I didn't have any intention of buying going to the National. Leading up to the National, not thinking about the National nothing. But as soon as I saw it, it's like, man, you know what? I need one of those in my collection. And actually, a couple other fellas did the same thing. But this one totally Mike inspired. So I went over and I picked up this 1963 Sarahara O playing days card, his 50-year card with his famous batting stance. I think they call it the Flamingo. But, yeah. This card is soon to be 60 years old. 1963. So I'd met Robert previously, and spoken to him a little bit last year. I spoke to him a lot more this year. guys, anything about Japanese baseball, Robert, Prestige Collectibles, I believe, Prestige Japanese Collectibles, is an absolute pro at Japanese cards, and even more importantly, he's a super nice dude, and so I picked that up. Just a great looking card. So happy to have one of his in my collection. So we got to talking. I was like, well, what do you have in in Ichiro and Otani? And take this out of the baggie. And the rookies are expensive, but it's like, well, what do you got in the second year stuff? And we went over, and I can honestly say I learned something, which is something I am always striving to do, as you know, in this thing we call a hobby. Every day I like to learn something new, if possible. Sorry about this, but okay. So, he wound up showing me a 1994 BBM Ichiro in a CSG 9. These cards are a little smaller than traditional size, so I guess that's why CSG had to use the baggie, unfortunately. But just a great photo. Just a great looking card, and a fraction of what his 93 BBM goes for. And BBM stands for Baseball Magazine, which is kind of like the flagship. They started in '89, and it's been released annually every year. It's like the top flagship for Japanese baseball. So that's Ichiro, and Otani's Japanese rookie was in 2013, and they can be a bit pricey. So I said, you have any 14s? And he has a lot of different kinds. But, me, I like hitting. So I wound up picking this one up. And it's just fantastic. The image on this is just amazing. In a CSG 9.5. Just some great looking baseball cards. And these cases are just so... like glass. They really are. Speaking of cases and protection and all that stuff, I had a rather unpleasant experience with PSA, unfortunately. I'm not with PSA, with the Ultra Pro, because I had asked them about wax pack storage, modern wax packs. But the guy, I've talked to the guy before, and it just didn't go over very well. If I'm being honest, the guy was a bit of a dick. But, it is what it is. Let's see. More pickups. I went ahead and picked up this 1996 NBA Stars Chrome Refractor Michael Jordan, which is modeled after the 84 Star. Just the shine on this and the etching. Yeah, there we go. Look at the etching on that. It's just again, this was not a card that I went into the show, thinking I'd be picking up. But since it's only a 6, it made it reasonable to consider and pick up, because it is a plain days refractor Jordan card. These are not getting any cheaper, even though the hobby is dying. The hobby is not dying, people. I think people are getting smarter with what they're buying, what they're collecting. And another card I went in, again, so many of these cards I didn't have any intention of picking up, but when you go to this type of show and you see so many different things, some things call out to you. And here's a card I've always wanted, but I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. It's the 1994 Hollowview Red die-cut Michael Jordan. And this might very well be his best non-autographed baseball card. At least. The lighting is not very good tonight, but happy to have that in the collection. Can't go wrong with Jordans. Let's see. You know, a lot of the things I did want to pick up, some of the things I wanted to pick up that just didn't happen. Some of them did. Some of them did. Some of them didn't. Here's a card I was able to trade for that I didn't think I'd own. It was a card that, you know, I had slept on. I had tried a couple back, 4 or 5 years ago. 3, 4 years ago, more likely. But it's the 2018 Topps Chrome Sapphire Edition Ronald Acuna, a fine 9. Very happy to have this in the collection. Arguably his best rookie card. Roughly 280 copies. I think the print run is under 300. Somewhere in that area. And, the Sapphire is just fantastic. Easy to get lost just staring at this one. So I wanted to pick up some hockey, and I did. I wanted to pick up some Young Guns, and I did. I was able to pick up a Austin Matthews PSA 9 from 2016 Series 1. Years ago, and by the way, I was made aware that my channel is now past the 5-year mark. 5th anniversary was this week, this past week. And I've made, I did make a Young Guns type video years ago. It probably is time to do it again, just to try to explain the popularity of these. And I'll probably do that just because it's lengthy to speak about and not on topic with tonight's video. From 2019 Upper Deck Series 2 is the Kyle McCarr Young Guns rookie. Very happy to have that in the collection. If you're going to have one rookie card, not autographed, not numbered, that's going to be it. Young Guns for hockey. Of course, there's the Cup, and there's SP Authentic and Ultimate and all that other high-end stuff. But, Upper Deck Hockey is a now $4 pack, $3-4 pack, $100 hobby box. So, once you get beyond the Young Guns, there are other options. This is a foil parallel of his O-Pee-Chee rookie. Very shiny. And then, McDavid. And then McDavid, has a O-Pee-Chee Platinum, which is essentially Topps Chrome hockey, with a gazillion different parallels. So rather than get the base, I'm trying to get the shiny. Why not, right? So I picked up this Trax parallel, which is essentially the Mojo. Look at that, looks like Bowman Chrome Mega shine to it, just fantastic shine. Great orange jersey. Very happy to have that in the collection. Let's see. In 2019, again, I no point going into E-Pack and everything involved, but this was a achievement, like a bonus card for doing a bunch of stuff, but this is the end product. I was happy just to go outright buy this. It's got, 2 Gretzky's, 2 McDavid's, kind of just, passing of the torch type of card. No idea on the production run on this, but it's not one you see super easy, especially graded up. Actually bought this from a Red Wings fan. I had my Avalanche jersey on. He had his Red Wings jersey on. When I walked up to the table, I was like, are we allowed to be civil and have a conversation? So one other hockey pickup from the show is from 2020. Upper Deck brought back metal hockey, and they made PMGs, precious metal gems. This is the red. It says precious metal gems right there in the corner. These are numbered to 100. You can see it. Where is it? Right here. Super shine, super condition sensitive, like the originals. So this is a PSA 8. This is not one you see every day. Like I said, it's numbered to 100, hobby only, yada yada yada. Very happy to have that in the collection. Speaking of happy to have in the collection, I've got one more to show. But let's start with let's rip into these 85 Topps packs and hope for a 620. After getting this card in 2012, getting it signed, and I did an entire episode on that, episode 150, if you're curious. Every year since, I've been trying to replace it physically by opening packs. And still haven't yet. But we try every year. It's gotten a little pricey, but we still try. Rick Roden, Gene Garber, Dwayne Murphy, Jeff Burrows, number 1 pick in 69. Oh, Alvin Davis, nice. Game card. Oh, Mattingly, nice. That's decently centered Mattingly. That's a winner. Brett Butler, Terry Woodfield, Tommy Ito, Petrie, Stanhouse, Normus, Ray, Floyd Rayford. So I would say that was a winning pack, even though no good in, but Clemens, McGuire, they're all in these. But we gotta try, right? YOLO. Alright. Hoyt. Oh, Kelvin Chapman. Centering on these is nice. Ubi. Jack Morris, Hall of Famer. John Walkenfuss at Shea. Father, son. Oh, Shane Mack. Alright. 2 strikes. Let's see if we strike out again. This is, so, let's see. Since 2013. Oh, Fitzgerald. Gaetti. Don't think it's happening, guys. No, sir. Not this year. It's alright. That's why we'll go next year, right? So, one last pickup to wrap up the show. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Your support has been amazing. Too many people to thank individually. You know who you are. I had a lot more conversations this year that were very deep and personal and very, I think the word would be fulfilling. I think that would be a word I would use, fulfilling. Satisfying. It's very good to share and connect with you. And again, there's really no need to point out who. You know who you are. But like I've always said, the best thing about the hobby and the show are the friends. Both old and new. You're making new friends each show. I know I am. And it's always good to talk shop in a room full of thousands of like-minded people. And the last pickup of the show for me, it wasn't the last pickup of the show. The last one I'm going to show in tonight's video. Again, it was not a card. It was a card on my, like, man, if I see this type of thing list, this is the type of pickup you only make at the show. Or a show. You want to see this type of card in person. You want to ask your friends about it. And you know, one of my long time, other than collecting Hall of Fame, post-war Hall of Fame rookies, is I'm a big fan of playing days cards. So, a friend of mine wanted me to come over with him and have a look at a card a dealer had on sale, a Mano rookie. He was in the market for a Mano rookie, so absolutely. Love to take a look, give my opinion. We went over, had a look, nice looking card. Just didn't tick all the boxes for him, so he passed on it. But in the meantime, this dealer had another card in his showcase that caught my eye. And it is from 1909, almost said 2009, 1909, E95 caramel Honest Wagner in a 1.5 with an MK mark. MK stands for mark qualifier. But if you can see it right here, somebody very long ago wrote in pencil right there. You can see it, E95. So I'm going to guess that, you know, when Jefferson Burdick established the directory, that whoever owned this probably went ahead and wrote E95 on all of their copies of this particular card. Not just, you know, however many they owned from this set. Just because, you know, it doesn't, you know, it says Wagner, Pittsburgh, National League, but, you know, it doesn't give any, E95 didn't exist. You know, it wasn't named this until afterwards. So they went ahead and, you know, and added it right there in pencil. So that, it's very organic. You know, like almost like someone writing their name on it. But this is just a beautiful, you know, a beautiful copy. There's not much more to say about it. It's very happy to have this in the collection. I did not go into the show expecting to find this. Especially it's not really beat up. It's written on. It's got some corner issues. It is 113 years old. So, you know, it is not a new card. But it's got great yellow color in the background, sunny day. He's hitting. Recently I've gotten more of an appreciation for not hitting cards, but for me this one ticks all the boxes, and this satisfies my need for a plain days honest Wagner card. Obviously T206, but maybe if everyone watching, we all pooled our money together, we could buy one of those. Maybe. But in all seriousness, this is just something that I'm very proud to have had brought this home for the collection. And these are the type of cards that you try to add at the show, something you're going to remember forever. And the memories tied to the card, the memories tied to the people you hang out with, and all that good stuff. It's just, to put words onto it is very difficult, so I'm not going to try right now. I want to thank you again for sticking with this video. I know it's been a while, I apologize, but finally feeling well enough to make one, so I just wanted to put a nice bow on this year's show. Gonna miss this one, I'm gonna be honest. I miss Aim for AC. I came up with that in 2019 after the Chicago show, so I'm trying to come up with something fancy for next year's show. Until next time, thank you so much for your support. You are the best.